This week has been full of cruise news stories. We've put them all together in this quick recap video so that you can keep up to date with all of the latest cruise news. Well, ahoy there, cruisers.
We're Cruise with Ben and David. Let's start this week's roundup with Royal Caribbean.
So there's been some positive news. The first shoreside workers are back at work at Royal Caribbean headquarters. So first of all, 150 people have went back to work at Port Miami, as this is initially in a phased startup. They're still planning a limited start to cruising in August. Whether or not this will go ahead, we just don't know. Keep still putting the dates back. More about that later. There's also rumours that the muster drill will take place on the app, so an e-muster. The app has been updated with information about all of the muster drill and things such as showing on how to put on a life jacket, as well as emergency procedures and more. So could this be a virtual muster drill instead of the normal muster drill that you go to? Usually, social distancing would be very difficult during a drill as you have so many people together. You can also now put your future cruise credit towards a deposit on a new cruise booking. So Royal Caribbean have just added this ability. On the news of the new ships, Royal Caribbean told Wall Street that the coronavirus and shipyard delays will result in delivery delays of new ships previously planned for this year and next year. So this is going to include the Odyssey of the Seas, which we're due to go on in November.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed it isn't that delayed.
Yeah, we still haven't heard anything yet about the cruise, but we are on the second sailing, so there's a big possibility now that we're going to be delayed and our cruise is going to be cancelled.
Oh well.
Who knows? Let's move on now to news about Norwegian Cruise Line. Well, this week they give more details about what it will look like when we return to cruising. They said that social distancing on board ships will be important, and this will begin before you even board the ship at the terminal. At a conference earlier this week with travel agents, they said there'll be strict embarkation times as well as an online check-in service. So essentially, it sounds like you'll be pre-reserving an arrival time for you to arrive at the port to get on the ship. But they did stress that you'll breeze straight through the terminal on board the ship, so it's not going to be backing things up in the terminal, which is good to hear. They also said that reducing capacity on board is going to be important, and the director of sales for Norwegian Cruise Line said that they don't think passengers will need masks, but crew may need to wear masks on the ship. This is all still up in the air though, and things are still going to be confirmed. They also said that they are sort of eliminating the buffet on board, and it'll now be a full service. So crew members will be at stations serving you. This is no surprise here. We've been saying this for a while, that we think this is going to be one of the things that all the cruise lines are going to change. The same goes as well for self-service drink stations. Crew will serve you there, and we guess as well things like the self-service ice cream as well, that'll all be going. They also confirmed that they're working with the CDC to figure out how muster drills will work on board.
So could they work just like they are going to on Royal Caribbean maybe? Next up, Carnival. There are doubts about Carnival resuming cruising in August. This is merely down to concerns of passenger safety. They've already said that the fallout from COVID-19 has been absolutely devastating to cruising. Even though they announced August, they said they will only sail when it will be no greater risk or even lower risk than other forms of social gathering. In some good news, they managed to repatriate 3,000 crew members to their homes. This took place in the port of Dubrovnik, and it allowed crew members to disembark and begin their journeys home, whether to Croatia or neighbouring countries in Europe.
Moving on to news from Disney Cruise Line. Disney have cancelled all the 2020 cruise season in Alaska and Europe. No surprise here. It follows the suit of Royal Caribbean, Carnival and most other cruise lines. This is really down to the Canadian government of cancelling cruises until the end of October for the Alaska season and the New England season. Affected passengers will be receiving 125% future cruise credit, or they can request a 100% refund.
Yeah, you heard it from us months ago. We were saying that the Europe season would be mostly wiped out and that Alaska would be as well. But unfortunately, it does look like the Alaska season for this year is a write-off.
Yeah, definitely. I think almost now every single cruise line except Norwegian has made it official that they have cancelled all cruises from Canada and this is a big effect on the Alaska cruises.
Next up, we have news from MSC. They've extended cancellations up till July the 31st. Previously, they were due to sail a couple of weeks before that on July the 11th, but this now aligns better with the CDC ban, which lasts up until the 24th. So that's the CDC no sail ban that's in place. That will be ending just a few days before they plan to cruise. If you've been affected by this, like Disney, you can have 125% future cruise credit, and starting June the 19th, so next week, you can request a refund using an online form on their website. They've also announced that the MSC Divina will cruise for the first time from Port Canaveral next summer, doing some 3-night and 7-night cruises there.
Yeah, great if you want to do a land vacation as well, maybe at the Universal or the Disney parks. So next up, Cunard has announced that they have suspended all cruises until the end of November. They had previously paused operations until the end of July. President Simon Pilthorpe said, "The ability for people to move freely and safely across borders remains seemingly somewhere in the distance." He said months of uncertainty remained for the travel industry.
So yeah, as you can see, the first cruise line to really push back cruises into the winter season. Are we going to see more cruise lines do this? Most cruise lines, as you know, are planning to sail in August. Will this happen? We really probably don't think so for most of them. We are seeing things being pushed back more and more often. Oh, what's going to happen? We just don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. When do you think that cruises will actually really start? We absolutely love to hear from you, don't we?
Yeah, we really do. You can read more about all the news stories that we've spoke about in today's episode on our website, which we've put in a link in the description section below.
And thank you so much to all of our patrons. You get things like extra videos, behind the scenes footage, a podcast and much more. You can find out about becoming a patron in the description section below.
Our patron cruise captain of the week this week is Alex. So ahoy, Alex.
Ahoy, Alex. That's it till next time.
Happy cruising.